Hello, this is Jam Master Daniel 96, and today I'm going to give you a report that Star Wars Resistance has been renewed for a second season, and I'm going to give you some speculation on what Season 2 could be, and let's begin. As we know that we're getting the second season of Star Wars Resistance, and yesterday I did a review for the mid-season trailer of Resistance, and that is in the link down below, and I'll also link an article down below where I found the news that we're getting a second season, and that season 2 will be in fall 2019, and I think it's possible there could be some episode 9 clues. I'm just speculating. I'm not right or wrong yet, and only time will tell there, so I'm just going to give you some speculation, and I think we can have some clues to episode 9 in the first half of season 2, and then in the second half, we get stuff expanded upon in the second half. I think, as we know with the mid-season of the current season, which is the first season, we're going more closer to the event of The Force Awakens, and we get to see what Kaz is doing during the events of The Force Awakens, which he sees Hux' speech, as I said in the trailer review yesterday, and I did come to the question to mind, could the Resistance characters be the Outer Rim allies that were referenced in The Last Jedi that they were trying to get a hold of? And I did say that is something to consider, and I'd say it is a good possibility, and Resistance characters appearing in episode 9 I think will be more like a cameo kind of thing. I could see possible Resistance and episode 9 connections, like how Rogue One and Rebels had some good connections, like how in Rogue One you could see the Ghost, which is the ship in Rebels, and then you saw the droid Chopper, and then you heard Hera being called over the intercom in Rogue One, which, that is a good possibility we could get stuff like that with Resistance in episode 9, and then you had other connections with the live action and animation, which you had in Solo. You had the Pikes from the Clone Wars, and then you had the big reveal at the end. Darth Maul appears, which was the big reveal in Solo: A Star Wars Story, and so maybe we could get some connections in episode 9 with Resistance, which I think would be a good idea to do. Have some connect. Maybe J.J. Abrams could put some little Easter eggs, with Resistance, which I think would be a nice treat for the fans of the show and the hardcore Star Wars fans in general, and just like how Rogue One and Solo have been doing. And one thing I forgot, that we had Saw Gerrera made an appearance. Saw Gerrera was a Clone Wars character that made it into Rogue One, so maybe we could see some stuff like that in maybe a Resistance character could appear in episode 9, which would be a good idea as well, have the connections there. And I think maybe, we learn maybe in season 2, maybe Kerry Russell's character could appear, or Richard E. Grant, all those characters, maybe be along the lines there. Maybe they could appear in Resistance season 2, and then maybe Kaz meets Rey and Finn in season 2, which I think that would be another connection they can do. There's a lot of things, and even if it's possibly after the events of The Last Jedi, we could see, more on Kylo Ren rising to power as the Supreme Leader after he killed Snoke in The Last Jedi and all that. Maybe all like stuff like that. And then maybe in Resistance Season 2 we could see stuff with the Broom Boy and all that. Like, I think there's a lot of ways they could go with Resistance Season 2, like, and then only time will tell. And we have the second half coming out this on January 13th this weekend, and those are my thoughts on what we could possibly see in Resistance Season 2, and comment down below what you think we could see in Resistance Season 2, and do you think it will be after the events of The Last Jedi? Do you think they could be in Episode 9 will have connections with Resistance, and Episode 9 and Resistance will have connections? And let me know all that down below. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and all that good stuff, and see ya.